if you could pick one little thing that you could really plug from your approximate 2 years here at QualiFi, if you had to limit it down to just one, what do you think that would be, like the lesson learned that you can give out to our audience?
It's hard to pick just one. If I had to pick one, I'd say, just stay kind of even keel the whole time. Don't ride the highs too high, don't ride the lows too low, and that's kind of how you're going to be able to stay consistent and be able to keep growing. Like the stock market, it's not always going to be straight up or straight down, but over time, 5-10 years, your trajectory, your growth is going to keep showing up.
Yes, that's a good point. Great lesson learned. Don't go too high with the high times, don't go too low with the low times, but more importantly, and we talked about this in a lot of our trainings, is you're going to run into bumpy times, right? Mm-hmm. It's how you handle them. And it's being your best in all situations, being prepared for all situations, putting that work in, doing your homework, become a master at your craft so you're able to help more and more business owners know all our products so you can, explain them properly, and just basically do what we can to continue to help small businesses. It hasn't been easy, as you know, for small businesses, especially since you've been in the space coming out of the coronavirus pandemic. You see how detrimental that was to probably 70+% of industry. Some industries did actually do well during the pandemic, like the medical space and residential construction and cleaning companies, e-commerce. But for the most part, a lot of our service businesses, our in-person businesses, really suffered. And I'm sure you've talked to a lot of customers yourself that had a hard time getting through that, and some of them weren't fortunate enough to get through it and actually file bankruptcy. What has that taught you anything at all? You take anything from that? How do you feel about a lot of the businesses that you spoke to, seeing what they're going through?
Sometimes it's heartbreaking hearing some of the stories. There's countless times I've talked to business owners that have pulled their whole life, put their whole life savings, 401k, anything they've developed into the business just for something unprecedented to happen where they have to get shut down. And that's where we hopefully come in and can come up with any solution possible and can keep them off their feet and keep some of that money back in their own personal lives, rather than putting everything in the business, where it's a lot of sad stories, but a lot of heartwarming stories and success stories from clients that we've helped as well.